In this video for the Straw Hat Power Series, I'm going to be breaking down Nami's path of progression to becoming the ultimate weather queen. Strong enough to defeat people like Ulti and one of the 10 Titanic captains of the Blackbeard Pirates. And to do this, I've got a theory on how Big Mom gets defeated, how Nami can get Zeus and Prometheus, and even more power-ups. So for Nami, I've actually made a video on her strength before of how strong is Nami, but it was one of my earliest videos. I don't even know if it's good, so I might not recommend that you go and watch that. But yeah, I made that video because Nami's power has always been something very fascinating to me. Honestly, like her power-ups might be just as, if not even more fascinating to me than the power-ups of the monster trio. Because Nami, similar to Usopp, is just a regular girl at the end of the day. She was just a girl in the East Blue stealing treasure from local pirates to try to save enough money to help save her village. She's not some extraordinary girl with insane strength and ambitions, but because of the One Piece story, she's now on the pirate crew of the future Pirate King. So throughout the story, she's needed to level up a lot just to keep up with the rest of the crew, and right now she's once again desperately in need of a power-up because 2 chapters ago she damn near died. She needed to get saved by an 8-year-old with a big ass dog. So how exactly is she gonna get stronger? And I talked a little bit about this in my other video of how the Straw Hats will surpass their limits in Wano, but that was mainly focused on what she can do right now in Onigashima. But she's gonna need more than that because the enemies from this point forward are just gonna get stronger and stronger. She's probably gonna have to face off against one of the 10 Titanic captains of the Blackbeard Pirates, and in that final war against Emu and the world government, there's gonna be ancient weapons involved and it's gonna be crazy. So in my opinion, she needs a pretty big power boost, and for Nami, her path of progression has always been increasing her weather-based attacks and upgrading her Climattact. And let me just get this out of the way really quick. Climattact is how I pronounce it. A couple of you called me out last video saying it should be pronounced as Climattact, and you're basing it off of the word climate, which makes perfect sense. But the reason I call it Climattact is because that's how I've always heard it in the anime. And the spelling makes sense too. L-I-M-A is Lima, the capital of Peru. Add a C to it, Klima. But with that out of the way, let's continue talking about Nami's path of progression. Right now, Nami's main power is her Climattact, and the version of it right now is the Sorcery Climattact, which has the technology from Weather Rhea and the Weather Eggs, and also Usopp incorporated his Pop Greens into it to kind of give it a physical boost. Depending on how much pressure she applies to it, she's kind of able to extend it. So that's like her main power right now, and she is like physically strong as well. She's shown that she can physically defend herself against fishmen who are 10 times stronger than your average humans, and also minks who are natural born fighters. For her strength in a serious fight against somebody like Ulti is not really gonna matter. Although we should give her props for tanking at least one Ulti headbutt, so she's not completely defenseless. But right now, even her main power of the Sorcery Climattact is not enough. We cut away from that Usopp and Nami versus Page 1 and Ulti fight, but Nami definitely didn't just stand around the whole time and not launch attacks of her own. I'm guessing it just had the same effect as Usopp's attacks, which was practically nothing. So how does she overcome this and get stronger? Well, like I mentioned in my last video, Zeus is the #1 option right now, because I do think Nami will come back from her defeat against Ulti and maybe get another rematch, but obviously she's gonna need a power-up before she goes back into that rematch, and I think Zeus makes sense here. But I also don't think Zeus is just gonna be another temporary power-up. I think Nami might keep him forever. Now, I understand why a lot of you are against this idea. I was against it for a very long time. First off, Zeus is a very strong power-up, so you might feel like it's too OP, but as I mentioned, the enemies that Nami is gonna go up against are very strong. The biggest issue I had with Nami keeping Zeus was that Zeus is Big Mom's soul. He's a creation of her devil fruit, so she should be able to take him back with ease, which she did here in Onigashima. But the next question you have to think about is, how do you think Big Mom gets defeated here in Wano or later on in the story? Initially, I've always thought Big Mom has to die, like she's a terrifying force. If she doesn't die, like she's always gonna be a problem. It's the same idea I have for Kaido, like Kaido has to die in my opinion, or else we have to keep worrying of him coming back and taking over Wano again. But for Big Mom, it's not exactly like Kaido, because now there's a new path of amnesia, and Big Mom getting amnesia and turning into Olin was something that was introduced in Wano, and I think it could be the perfect way where you defeat Big Mom and she doesn't have to be killed, but yet she's no longer a threat. There's no other way to really do that unless you like cripple Big Mom or something like that, which I don't think Oda would do. And Big Mom getting amnesia again might feel like a cop-out, but at the same time, like she literally could have died last arc if Sanji just put some poison in the cake, but the man's a gentleman and a proper cook, so he couldn't do it. But as far as Big Mom getting amnesia, I think it's gotta play a role again. I don't think it was just a one-time thing that was utilized as just a simple storytelling device by Oda. And honestly, if you think about how Big Mom enters the state of amnesia, it really doesn't take a lot. The first time it happened, she fell from the waterfall, which sure, it's a big fall, but this is Big Mom we're talking about. She has like unbreakable skin. So it's really not that big of a fall. And then the second time she got knocked back into reality was a hit from Queen. And like, don't get me wrong, Queen is very strong. His Zone Devil Fruit looks diesel and also looks like a fully ripped, but it was just a single hit from Queen. Do we think like Luffy is unable to replicate that level of attack? I think Luffy can easily do that, and I don't expect it to be easy to land that hit on Big Mom when she's conscious and scary and like really fighting. But somehow maybe Kid is there and he's fighting a lot, Law is up there doing tactics and room and shambles, and Luffy and Kid or somebody is able to land one really good clean hit on Big Mom. That could be it for her, and maybe Olin comes to the rescue. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to see Big Mom's defeat be very mediocre. I want to see her like really fight and like show her like terrifying force and everything. But I think if Oda does it right, her ending up in amnesia could work. It's also kind of a perfect answer of like, how are you gonna defeat two Yonko? Well, if you take out one of them and just turn them into a big ass baby, then you only have to deal with one. But after that comes the question of how do you make sure she doesn't turn back into the scary ass Big Mom? But at the same time, that would go hand in hand with the question of who's gonna turn Big Mom back into her normal self. The Beast Pirates are probably gonna be all fighting the Alliance and have their hands tied. Whether Big Mom turns into Olin or another personality, I don't think she's gonna be dangerous, so she'll probably just be sidelined or even just be an ally for a little while. And then after that, Kaido and the Beast Pirates probably get defeated. And then after that, what happens? Who else is gonna go up to Big Mom and punch her in the head? Do you think the Big Mom Pirates, who are all terrified of her, are gonna willingly go up and punch her in the head for the chance that she might turn back? I think the majority of them wouldn't even want her to turn back. So if Big Mom ends up as Olin or like another childlike personality, that might be a win-win for everybody besides Kaido. And I'm sure after that, the Big Mom Pirates will have like a power struggle. We saw a little bit of this when Big Mom fell down the waterfall. They were already discussing like who's gonna be the next captain. I'm sure someone like Peril Sparrow will want to lead his own crew if he doesn't get bodied by Carrot. But the majority of the Big Mom Pirates will likely fall under Katakuri. And Katakuri, as we've seen, is very Whitebeard-like. This man just cares about his family and wants to take care of his siblings. And he for sure understands that Big Mom is a threat to his own family. So if she turns into Olin, who's already shown to actually be kind of nice, like when she got pissed off about the red bean soup, she got mad because she wanted to share that with other people. So Big Mom in her amnesia state is much closer to her child version of herself, where she actually cared about other people and just wanted good things. I really wonder what happened to her like throughout the years. How did she turn into just this terrible human being? But yeah, with Katakuri taking command of that situation, he would probably just baby Big Mom. As long as you feed her right, she probably won't be a threat to the rest of the world. So then after that, Zeus will be free to go. And I think it's no question Zeus will go with Nami. Like even before Big Mom took Zeus away, he was kind of sad and crying about it. He definitely prefers to be with Nami over Big Mom. Prometheus, on the other hand, has shown to be very loyal to Big Mom, but he doesn't know Nami has the goods. Because just like how Nami has black balls for Zeus, she also has heat balls and heat eggs that she could feed Prometheus. So I think there's a very easy path where Prometheus is kind of like tsundere a little bit and like against going with Nami, and he's like kind of berating Zeus for everything. And then Nami gives him the goods and he's like, oh, okay, damn, all right, there's some good shit right here. And that's how you get Nami with Zeus and Prometheus. I think that path is actually very realistic, and honestly, I believe it more likely to happen than not. Some of you might be saying Nami getting Zeus and Prometheus would be too OP, but I actually think it would be a perfect level of power up for her, because Zeus and Prometheus have been shown to be very, very strong. Zeus has these huge ass lightning bolts, meanwhile Prometheus can just turn into this gigantic ball of fire. So the power levels of these two are terrifying, but at the same time, it's not like they're strong enough to take out Kaido or Big Mom. Nami literally used Zeus on Big Mom and it didn't do a damn thing to her. So it's not like if Nami gets Zeus and Prometheus, she's gonna be able to go up against Blackbeard or Emu. But against somebody like Katarina Devon, that could be a pretty good matchup. Like I can already picture the scene right now. Katarina Devon pulls up, sees Nami in her slender self, and she's being creepy like, oh ho ho, slender girl, you think you have a chance against me? I'm gonna kill you and steal your hair. And then Nami's just like, Zeus! Prometheus! That fight would be epic and I would love to see it. And for those of you that don't think Nami will get Zeus or Prometheus, how do you think she powers up then? Do you think she's just not gonna be that much of a fighter later on in the story? Which I could kind of see because some of the Straw Hats haven't fought as much post time skip. But as you get to these stronger enemies like the Blackbeard Pirates, I think all of the Straw Hats have to fight. So for Nami, I think Zeus and Prometheus makes the most sense. Now, Napoleon is the third Big Mom homie, but I don't think he fits in with Nami at all. He's a hat that turns into a sword, and Nami's never never gonna replace her Cleam attack for a sword no matter how good it is. I guess if Napoleon can shapeshift into other things, maybe it's a useful thing to Nami, but at the same time, Nami's not really gonna have anything to kind of bribe him with like she does with Zeus and Prometheus. So most likely, I think in this scenario, Napoleon just gets taken by Katakuri or something. But beyond that, I don't think those are gonna be the only power-ups Nami gets. First off, I do think she has more attacks that she hasn't shown off yet. In my other video, I mentioned an attack called Yukigumo, a snow-based attack that she wasn't able to use because she got interrupted by Giola. Cyclone Tempo was a pretty big attack she had in previous Cleam attacks, but she hasn't showcased that yet with a new one. But for her Cleam attack itself, I'm pretty confident that she will get a Sea Stone upgrade on it. I'm probably gonna make a separate video talking about Sea Stone upgrades for all of the non-Devil Fruit Straw Hats, but this one makes so much sense to me because Wano right now is like a factory of weapons. They've got an abundance of Sea Stone, which has been highlighted in Wano so far with different types of Sea Stone weapons. But after Kaido gets defeated, things are probably gonna change. They're not gonna focus so much on weapons, but they're still gonna have a lot left. Who else to give that to than people like Frankie and Nami and Usopp? And putting Sea Stone on Nami's Cleam attack is just like the perfect power-up as well. It's not a major power-up because she's not that much of a physical fighter, but now she has some sort of defense against all Devil Fruit users. On top of that, Logias are not just completely immune anymore. It would definitely also create some funny scenes where Luffy is being a goof and Nami just sticks the Cleam attack into him and he's like, oh, I'm drained. But yeah, I think it would be a perfect thing for a Cleam attack. It doesn't have to be like the whole thing turns into Sea Stone. Maybe it's just at the ends of the balls and stuff. But this is the other power-up that I'm pretty confident will happen. After that though, I'm not completely certain she gets any more power-ups. Observation Hockey for her I think will make a lot of sense. She has shown like this crazy ability to sense the weather. There's that scene where she was literally sick and like in bed and she still sensed that a storm was coming. So her unlocking Observation Hockey I think could actually make sense. And I think it would fit her fighting style really well. Because similar to Usopp, she's also a ranged fighter. So having observation to predict her enemy is gonna help her a lot in fights. She also uses sneaky techniques like Mirage Tempo and all that sort of stuff. So her fighting style and observation just kind of goes hand in hand. On top of that, I think her future enemies are all gonna have observation of some sort. So if she does get observation, it kind of evens the playing field. Armament Hockey on the other hand, I just don't feel like makes sense for her. I mentioned earlier, her physical strength, while pretty good, is not really gonna matter in serious fights. So her getting Armament Hockey, even in like a fight against say like Ulti, Nami could have put like some armament on her forehead, but it still would have been weaker and she would have still been damaged. So I think her getting Armament Hockey is kind of irrelevant. The last thing I want to talk about is Nami getting the Yukigumo. I don't think she has it right now. That wouldn't make sense in my opinion because she was near death 2 chapters ago. She probably should have used it if she had it. But I do still think it's possible that she does get it. Like it kind of adds up way too well for that fruit not to reappear in the story. We got Punk Hazard, this desolate wasteland with nothing on it. And Monet dies on that island, so realistically speaking, there's a good chance it's on Nami's orange trees. And of course, Snow and Nami being a weather-based attacker, it kind of pairs really well. But at the same time, I don't know how I feel about Nami eating that devil fruit. I really feel like the non-devil fruit users of the Straw Hats kind of really have their specialties. Frankie's a cyborg, Zoro's a swordsman, Sanji has his raid suit now and also could light his leg on fire. For Nami, it's always been her Cleam attack and her weather-based attacks. Now, if she could somehow figure out how to incorporate that fruit into her Cleam attack, that would be perfect. At the same time though, you can't really have Sea Stone and a devil fruit in one weapon. I feel like that would kind of counteract each other. But yeah, who knows? Maybe they find that fruit and then Carrot eats that fruit or something. We'll have to see how Carrot's fight with Perospero goes. I think she's gonna have a rough time. She might need another power up. But yeah, that's all I got for Nami. Definitely let me know what you guys think on my theory about her getting Zeus and Prometheus, the Sea Stone upgrades, the Yukigumo, her getting Hockey. I'm pretty confident on the Zeus and Prometheus and Sea Stone stuff. But if you think otherwise, or if you have other theories on what Nami's power-ups could be, let me know in the comments below. But as always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please hit that like button. It helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. If you want to keep up to date with this channel, you gotta hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified. By the time this video goes up, the King Pirates crew should be over 8,000 members. Another big milestone hit. Thank you guys so much. But we're gonna keep climbing and grinding out these videos. One of my big goals for a very long time was to get to 10K by the end of the year. It's looking good right now, but let's keep it moving. Also, if you want to interact with your fellow crewmates, the King Pirates Discord is linked in the description below. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. I'm DKing4, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.